Small this little ornate box turtle is. Hello everyone, and welcome to Tommy's Reptiles. In this video, I'll be setting up a baby ornate box turtle nursery. My nephew has been begging for a pet turtle pretty much since he could talk, so this year my sister's finally giving in and giving him his first pet turtle. When my sister told me that, I thought, I think I might actually know a guy who could set up that enclosure for him. Alright guys, all jokes aside, we're going to jump right into it. I'm going to go ahead and show you the step-by-step process of how I set up a baby ornate box turtle habitat. I got this 25-gallon Zoo Med reptile habitat at Pet Supermarket, half price on Black Friday. Half price was around 80 bucks, which I still think is pretty pricey, but hey, it was still a good deal. It's got 2 easy viewing windows that you could just pop right open. It's also fully siliconed, so you can make this enclosure completely bioactive. First step, we'll rip this little cheesy background off. I'll probably tape it to the back just to make this video more interesting, but we'll end up getting my nephew a way cooler background. This will do for now, so you guys don't have to look at the blue wall behind the tank. And I'll add a light so you guys can see everything much easier. First step to make this enclosure fully bioactive is to add some lava rock on the bottom layer of the enclosure. Next, we have to add a screen so we can keep the lava rock separated from the substrate. Now it's time to add the substrate, which is a mixture of topsoil, sphagnum moss, cypress mulch, and cocoa fiber. It's time to start adding some decor. Let's add this nice little piece of cork bark. It'll be a good hide for the small turtle. While I'm adding the decorations and hides, it's very important for me to be mindful to make sure that there's no little spaces that the turtle can get stuck. Since this is my nephew's first enclosure, we're going to keep it simple and only add one plant, and this is a golden pothos. I'm putting a little bit of topsoil on top of the substrate just so it can absorb the water and keep it nice and damp so the plant always has something to drink. Then I'm just scattering some oak leaves to make it look like some leaves fell off the pothos, and this will also give the isopods and springtails something to munch on. Next up, it's time to add the water dish and the feeding dish. I made sure to get really shallow ones so the turtle can't get stuck upside down inside of them. It'll probably take me a little while to figure out where I want to put these dishes. Here's the decoration that I think my nephew will like the best. It's the top half of a raptor skull. This will also add as an additional hide for the turtle. Now it's time to add the cleanup crew. We have some isopods and springtails. I like adding the springtails to the enclosure with a little bit of water because it helps get them all out. I'm putting the isopods on top of the leaves so they have a place to hide. I've had some sphagnum moss soaking in this water and I just spilled it everywhere, but I'm using this to wrap around the pothos to keep it nice and hydrated at all times. Sphagnum moss really holds water well. I'm going to cap it off with a nice spray down. Ornate box turtles are actually a more arid species and require less humidity, but I always like to give my enclosure a spray down once I put all the decor and substrate in. Let's go ahead and change that background. Next thing I had to do was put these rocks in each corner of the enclosure, and it helps keep the box turtle from digging down under the screen. Now it's time to go pick up the turtle. All right, we got the turtle. Let's open it up and see how it did in the travel. Heat pack. Here it is, looks pretty good. You made it. Let's get him home now. Okay, the turtle's at my house safe and sound. I've just had him soaking in some water so he can rehydrate. Let's add him in the enclosure and give him a little snack. Here you go, buddy. I'm feeling very good about this turtle. He's alert and very curious. I think I'm going to have to change the background again. This jungle vibe just isn't doing it for me. But before we do that, we have to see if this little turtle will eat, which is one of the most important things. The breeder told me that he's been eating mealworms, so we'll start off with seeing if he'll eat a mealworm right out of my hand. And he ate it right out of my hand, which is totally awesome. This turtle is not scared, he's not shy, and he seems very personable so far, which is perfect for my nephew's first reptile. Let's see if he'll eat the other one. Well done! Now I'm just going to give him some time, let him adjust to his new enclosure while I go get his new background ready. All right, let's swap that background out again to something better. That looks much better. All right, guys, let's take a look at the baby ornate box turtle. Here he is. He's so tiny. As you can see, he's got that beautiful ornate pattern on his shell. And it's pretty cool that he's not that shy right off the bat. Whoa, don't want him to fall though. But you can see how small he is. Fits right in the palm of my hand. Just look how small this little ornate box turtle is. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. Look at that. He's a feisty little guy. All right, let's put this little turtle back in his new home. Say bye. I think this turtle is ready to take a nap after his long trip. I really hope that you guys enjoy this video, and thank you for watching Tommy's Reptiles.